Hello everyone. Now an interesting little video here from Kursk. So this short video clip shows the destruction of a number of BTR-82s of Russia's 810th Brigade in the Kursk region after a failed Russian counterattack. At least 5 BTR-82s were destroyed here. We actually saw a still photo of this shared yesterday, but at the time we didn't have a video of the event itself. I've had to trim the end of the video out because it showed a number of stiffs. We can see 4 BTRs abandoned here. And here, the image we saw yesterday, which may be familiar to some of you. So this one shows an additional one. So 5 BTRs destroyed here in total. You can see the BTRs look pretty much the worse for wear in this image. So this one looks like it was taken after the BTRs got drone dropped and finished off to stop Russia from recovering them. Before I check the geolocation, this is why I wanted to look at this video. This Forbes article here. So this reports on a joint Russian and North Korean counterattack in Kursk. I'm going to link to the article in the description itself, and I'm going to read out the key bits. The Russian 810th Naval Infantry Brigade, with its attached North Koreans who arrived at the front last month, wasn't the only Russian unit to counterattack the Kursk salient on Thursday, but it may have been the most unfortunate. According to Kursk, a Ukrainian drone operator who is supporting brigades in Kursk, the 810th recently received a batch of 40 BTR-82 APCs. At least 14 BTRs targeted the Kursk's left flank on Thursday. 10 were destroyed and abandoned, Kursk reported. Now, I'm piecing together some clues here. So let's go through it. So yesterday, which was Friday, we got a photo showing a number of destroyed BTRs belonging to the 810th Naval Brigade. Indicates were actually destroyed the day before, as there's usually a day's gap between vehicle losses being filmed and released by Ukraine's operators. Forbes also reported on an attack on Kursk's left flank involving BTR-82s. The vehicles we see getting destroyed and featuring the 810, who have attached North Koreans to them. This is all pointing to the video here, showing the first defeat of North Koreans by Ukraine. And it's interesting the reports say the North Koreans aren't operating on their own, but are attached to the 810, so working in conjunction with Russian units. Let's check the geolocation. Does this happen on the left part of Kursk? PJ Glick did the geolocation for this one on Twitter. It took place on the outskirts of this forest shown here. This doesn't show as much as this could be anywhere. Let's zoom out. So it was here near Pogrebki, north of Suja. Let's check deep states first to see the front lines here. So this is on the left-hand part of the Kursk special military operation towards the north. I guess it can be debated if this would be classed as left-hand side or centre, depending on how you look at things. But certainly this could be classed as on the left-hand front but towards the north here. Now, we can't tell for certain, but as covered there are some pretty big clues pointing to this potentially being North Koreans here. The use of BTR-82s seen in the video and mentioned by Forbes as what the North Koreans are operating, featuring the 810. That's who operated the vehicles shown in the video, and that's who Forbes mentioned as the North Koreans being attached to. Also, occurring on the left-hand side, as reported by Forbes. And then the date appears to fit as well. The 7th, with the photos emerging on the 8th, the video today. So a lot of clues are pointing to this being BTRs which featured North Koreans. Certainly, this is the 810th, the same unit who North Koreans are attached to. So it wouldn't be any surprise at all if North Koreans were inside these BTRs. Possibly the BTRs being driven and operated by Russia, North Koreans, the troops inside, or some of the troops inside. But I can't stick my neck out and say 100% that this video is part of the action featuring North Koreans or not, but it very well could be. We are going to have to wait for more information and confirmation, but I definitely thought it worth a look at. Now, before we finish, I'm going to play a video from Cars for Ukraine about the handover of some equipment. If you want to help out their ongoing fundraiser, the link is in the description. Thanks very much, and take care, everybody.
Hello everyone, dear Sukhomai Musorians. The war is not over, we don't stop, and today is another week when we send a batch of new cars. And one of the cars is a very interesting one. As you remember, we had a tribute for David Knowles, And great friends from Australia, led by Claire, have decided to contribute and to have another car as a tribute to David Knowles. But we were thinking who we should give it to, and we saw that on your channel, Alex, who is now fighting in Pokrovsk, came and asked you for help. He specifically needed a Ford Ranger, and together with Claire, and as a tribute for David Knowles, we're gonna help Alex, whose car has burned about a month ago. He didn't know that we are preparing a car for him, and once we contacted him, he was very, very surprised and happy for this present coming to him. So thank you all for being a part of Sukhomaimus community. And today, as you see, we are sending these 4 great vehicles. They all have been donated, and as you see, we started adding this wonderful sticker to sort of thank everyone who contributes towards upgrading those cars. Because, for example, this Land Cruiser has been donated to us, but it had a lot of issues with the frame, and everything was rusty, and we needed quite a lot of money to fix it. And people who donate here, who donate to our Power the Frontline campaign, help us to turn those cars into something that could be used. So thank you for that. Join, and together to our shared victory.